Hi all at FIA, this is student Nick Blackwell, number 150149094. I'm here with Kelly today, our 16-year-old first timer in the gym. We're looking to safely introduce her to this exercise environment with a couple of exercises that are going to both promote the strength in a whole body manner. So welcome Kelly, thank you for being here. Just to start off our session, we're going to start off with what is a basic warm-up. So it's going to start off with some aerobic activity, which is just to get our blood flowing. From there we'll do a little bit of dynamic movement, which essentially extends the muscles a little bit further than you would just on a run, spin bike, whatever. To promote blood flow, but also neural activity in the areas that we're going to activate. From there it'll just be a little bit more higher intensity stuff to finish off, and then we'll get into our main set. So if you'd like to pick your aerobic activity, we have a spin bike here and we also have a ski erg, so feel free to take on whichever.
I might jump on the bike.
Not a problem. And so as I was saying with Kelly here, we've got a quick aerobic warm-up, and it's just to essentially prepare our muscles for what's to come. The dynamic movement in that area is also going to do that, but it's going to take it to another level with not necessarily weight bearing, but positions of more duress than just what comes with cycling or a jog. And that too will enhance the neural pathways that we're going to utilize further down the track. And so with everything that's going on here, we're ultimately preparing Kelly for the main set, whereby we'll start stressing out the muscles a little bit further. But since it's her first session today, we won't be doing too much of that. And so, are you feeling good today, Kelly? Is it you're not pushing yourself too hard on the bike at the moment, I hope?
No.
Yeah, because again, if we go straight into a session at maximum intensity, we're likely to hurt ourselves. So I hope you're just taking things easy, letting things, as they say, warm up.
Yep.
Perfect. And so here, guys, under normal conditions, we would go for 5 minutes. For the sake of the filming, I'm just going to ask Kelly to get off now, under the presumption that she is well and truly warmed up.
Yeah.
Perfect. If you want to follow us. And so we'll move down to the other end of the gym here, where everyone can see us. And we're going to start with what we talked about, that dynamic movement. So we're going to do a total of 10 lunges with a twist. It should be 5 this way and 5 back. But what we're looking for is a strong extension, down to 90 or lower with both legs. And then we are going to twist over our leading leg. Come back up and repeat the movement on the other leg. And so if you just watch me finish out the first 5, you'll see the balance is strong, the coordination and the control is there. And that's how we finish things if you want to come down this way. That's it. Arms out or on your hips if you're feeling a little bit stronger.
Okay.
Arms out will help you balance a little bit more. That's it. Rotate that wider center of motion, slower rotations. That's it, Kelly. Great range of motion. That's it. Perfect. Last one, and then we'll turn around and head back the other way. And so what I'm looking for here as Kelly goes through is how much control and balance she's going through. You can see here that her hips are pretty well stable. Her upper body does move a little bit at times, but she's able to correct that. So it does say that she may need a little bit more balance, but she has the control to save herself at each period in time. Great work. So now if you want to take a hold of either the bench here or just a spot on the wall, wherever you choose, we're going to do what are front and lateral leg swings. So I'm going to take a spot here, and I'm going to use the leg furthest away, or to the center of the floor I should say, and we're just swinging through. That's it. Just 10 to each side. We're not looking to force anything, we're just looking to use that pendulum motion to create a nice wide range of movement. Perfect, that's 10. Here, if you come over this side, The camera might be able to see you a little bit better, and you can work that other leg. We're not feeling sore at this point, Kelly. Everything's feeling as it should.
Yep.
Very good. Alright, and now we're going to do something similar. I'm just going to hold this part here. If you want to, the best thing you could possibly do is just put your hand up here, and you're going to straight brace yourself against it. Take either leg, and we're going to swing across our body and out. And this is working the other range of motion in our hip. As it's a very mobile joint, we want to loosen it up in all areas so that the muscles are feeling nice and activated prior to the stress that we're about to put them under.
Stress.
Well, that's what gym is it not? A little bit of stress.
A little bit of stress.
That's it. Now the other leg. Same again. Very good. And this one here, we're not looking for twisting, but just movement at the hip. Nice work. So we've warmed up predominantly our upper body at this point in time. Now we're going to switch to the upper body. And so one of our biggest working muscles are in our chest, pectoralis major and minor. So all we're going to do is stretch back and come forward. And try and make it more as pendulum as possible. And so you can even get them swinging across, and you should start feeling a little bit of warmth and a little bit of stretch in the pectoralis major. This will work your shoulders as well, but we're about to give them a bit better workout in about 2 minutes time. Alright, now we're moving on to the shoulders, as I was mentioning a moment ago. Just basic arm circles. So you can either do 2 at the same time. So you, one at a time, take your pick. We're just going to go 10 forward, 10 back, and then we're going to start testing our neural capabilities with a bit of counter rotational stuff. We'll see how we go with that. And backwards. Alright, let's see how you go. 1 forward, 1 back, pick your left or right. We're just going to do the opposite after the 1 rotation.
I can do this.
There we go. Alright, and the other way.
Oh, I can do it. Normally I can't.
That's a little bit of thinking, that one. A little bit of brain power. Alright. For our last little thing, as I said, we're upping the intensity a little bit. So we're just going to do 2 passes per exercise. And what they will be are jogging high knees and jogging butt kicks. So they will look something like this. And you come back doing jogging high knees. But for the second set, it'll look like this, jogging butt kicks. So if you want to start off coming through, and that's it. Nice and light, nice and comfortable, and back the other way. That's it, and now the butt kicks. Very good. One last pass. Very good. And we are now ready to enter what is called our main set or our working set. And so today I will not be performing any weighted exercises. I have the clearance and queries regarding this. I am recovering from surgery, and so I'll have my trusty broom handle to work us through these videos today. But starting off, we have squats. Have you ever you haven't worked out before, but do you understand what a squat is?
Yeah, where you sort of bend down and...
A little bit. It is similar like that, but so we lift safely, we're going to employ some kind of special technique, cues, just to make sure that we're lifting safe. And so to start you off today, we're going to be starting with body weight squats. And that's probably the best thing that we can do at the moment. I would like you to either cross your arms over your chest, on your hips, or out in front of you.
Yeah.
So you'll have the choice at the end of the day. But I'm going to cross them over the front because it's what's most comfortable to me.
Yeah.
We're going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart, and then we are going to squat down, and as I go through the motion, I'll tell you what to do. I'm going to do 10 reps, and then we'll get you to do a set. And so, with my feet slightly pointed out, and shoulder width apart, I'm going to come down. I'm going to maintain what would be called a neutral spine. Can you see how it's pretty well straight?
Yeah.
It's not curved.
Yeah.
It's not bent over like this. It's almost as if I'm still standing up, just at a slight ankle, and that angle is the same as what's at my knees. And I will come down to 90 degrees and come back up. You should feel a little bit of engagement in your core and in your glutes and legs. So, if you'd like to go down, very good, and back up. And down again. That's 2. What I would recommend, Kelly, instead of looking at the wall, I would look at something maybe 2 meters in front of you on the floor, just to maintain a nice neutral spine even up to your head, so we don't get any curvature back here. That's it. That's number 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done, Kelly. That was nice and comfortable, I presume.
Yeah.
Very good. And so now I'll get you to do 3 more to simulate what we will do in the future with this bar. This is a broom handle, nice and light. But what I want you to do is rack it over your back, nice and comfortably. You can have it either down low or on your shoulders, whatever's comfortable. And your arms should be equidistant apart and at about 90 degrees from here to there. You able to do that?
Yep.
Okay, so get nice and comfortable. Over the back of your head, where you'd like to rest it. Hands equidistant apart, and we're going to do 3 more just to prepare ourselves for the future when we start loading a bar. There you go. 1, 2, 3. That feel comfortable?
Yep.
Very good.
That was good.
Lovely. And so, obviously with this session, we'll be going through 1 set of each activity and then on to our next, which is the pull-up. But today, since it's your first session, I don't recommend we do an entire hanging bodyweight pull-up. We're going to substitute in what we would call a lat pull. It's a very similar movement, but it allows us, I should say, to use less weight than one person's body weight. So, if you would like to follow me over here, I'm just going to unconnect this bar for a moment, Kelly, but you will be using this when it's connected to the machine. And so, we're going to sit down here. Actually, I'll grab the camera first so everyone can see, everyone at home. So I'm going to sit down here and have quite a nice neutral posture. And so the bar, as you can imagine, would be connected up here. My grip is just over shoulder width wide. And so when I engage my back and pull down, I'm going to maintain a nice even bar path to my chest and back up. It's very similar to a push-up in that regard. Pull-up I should say in that regard. But again, it allows us to work out at a lighter weight. So I'll just simulate what I'm looking for with these repetitions here. And we'll just connect you up there. And so if I could say 3 things to you to think of in this exercise, is a position that you can maintain through the entirety of the lift. And so slightly proud, but not leaning back too far that you can't reach the bar, and not too close that you have to lean back during the lift. Nice and proud, but majority straight, and I'll be able to coach you through this as you go through the repetitions. And so I'm just off to the side here with Kelly, nice and straight, slightly out from the bar, and she's in a nice straight position.
That's good.
Feel free to proceed. Perfect.
Here?
Yep. That's it. She's down below her chin, right to her chest. Her wrists, her elbows, and are tracking in a nice straight position. And her spine is maintaining a strong and stable position. She's not arched too far back. She's not hunched over forward. And the bar is able to track freely past her face. Yeah. 7, 8, 9. Last one, Kelly. That's it. Perfect. Well done. And so now we are going back to the floor and we are doing what is called a reciprocal movement, or we're working our muscles that were once the antagonists and now they're becoming our main drivers. So we were once pulling, now we're about to do some pushing. And the easiest one to start you off is just a push-up. You can do it from either your feet or on your knees. I think it's best that we start with our knees and see how we go. Before you get down, I can just get you a mat so things are a bit more comfortable. Make things a bit more comfortable because the floor is quite harsh. But yes, from our knees, here you can start. And so our arms are just over shoulder width apart, as we can see. And we're going to push down, keeping our elbows tight to our body, and back up. And so I'll stand right over here next to you and help you out with that. But we've got ourselves a nice straight back. Arms will not flay out from the body, they'll be nice and tight to it. And we're going to go down to 90 degrees and back up. 1.
Ooh.
Good. Everything's nice and straight. 3. Good. 4. 5. Nice. Maintain that neutral spine. That lift is very controlled. Here we go. 7. 8. Good, Kelly. Push through. There we go. 9. Good work. And last one. Nice work, Kelly. That's all. Good work. That's it. We'll give you a bit of break because we are just going to stay on the floor here for the moment. Our next exercise is called a plank. Have you heard about a plank before?
Yeah, we sort of lie flat or something.
Kind of, yeah, it's very similar. Again, I'll be doing this in quite a easy manner today just because of my operation. I'll show you what to do. You can either do this from your plank, from your knees, or from your feet, again, like push-ups, I was trying to say. But essentially what we are doing is we're holding a position that is dead flat to the ground, like you said, lying. And I'll just show you for a minute. We are going to go from our elbows, and we can either be on our knees, like I am now, holding a nice neutral spine, or from our feet. It is your pick. What we're going to do is hold that position, nice and dead flat with our back, for 45 seconds.
Okay, I might go from my knees.
From your knees?
Yeah.
That's not a problem at all. So, when you're ready, and I'll start the timer.
So,
down onto your elbows, nice, straight back.
like that?
That's it, and we have started the timer, and you've just got to hold that for 45 seconds. Are you feeling comfortable, Kelly?
Yeah.
Good.
Should my feet be on the ground or should they be in the air?
It does not matter because your knees are the pivot point at the moment. If they're more comfortable on the ground, that's fine. Or if you want them in the air, it does not matter. So we're halfway through right now. Good. Holding nice and strong. Well done, Kelly. Keep it up. We've got 15 seconds left. That's it. And so I'm just watching Kelly's back. If I see any kind of deviation in it, like a dip in her spine or excessive curve, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. That's it, Kelly. You can come to a rest. If I saw any kind of excessive stress signs, I would have pulled her out prior to the 45 seconds. Well done, Kelly. Up your cut.
Oh, thank you.
And so that is the introduction to our main set. We've done our 4 exercises for the day, and we're just going to start a cool down now.
Okay.
So again, you have the choice of the spin bike or the ski egg. and you'll be on there for 5
I don't
minutes.
really know that one, but I might try that one.
You might try, not a
Yeah.
problem.
No.
So what you're going to do is you're going to loop your hands through the handles. I'll just get the camera if you don't mind. So you're going to loop your hands through the handles, and I'm just going to show you what you should be doing. Is you're going to pull down to your waist and let it come back up. Down and back up. That's it. And we are cooling down, so there's no need to stress yourself. This is just working the muscles lightly so that they go through a nice full range of motion and get out any kind of waste material they've built up in that working set, so to speak. That's it. Nice, Kelly. Keep it up. Good. And again, for the sake of the video, we won't have Kelly on here for the full 5 minutes. We'll push her through and we'll get a move on with the rest of the session. So maybe 10 more and I will quickly get everything set up for the end of our session. Alright, when you're ready, come this way. And so, to finish off our session, we're almost doing things in reverse to how we warmed up. Because now we're trying to take the muscles from, I guess, a heated state. They've worked hard, they've built up some heat and they've built up some weight, to a nice relaxed state. Kind of how we came in. So, we're going to start off by doing lunges and butt kicks again. This time without a twist. What I want to see though, is a nice full extension. So we're going to look for a little bit longer. And we're just going to feel it in our hip flexor a bit more this time as well. Yeah. So again, we're going to do 10, just like this.
Are we twisting or?
No twisting this time. This is just straight, as we're just cooling everything down. So 5 this way, and then 5 back the other way. Good. Should feel a bit easier than when you warmed up.
Yeah.
Good. And back the other way. That's it. Nice, strong coordination, good balance. And so we're coming back to our butt kicks again. Do you remember that one?
Kick your butt.
That's it, jogging through. That's it. Good. And back the other way. And now we're going to do a new one that we haven't done yet. This is a little bit of a one to build our range of motion. Walking knee tucks. And so we're going to walk through, and every other step we're going to pull up our knee. And we're going to go 2 lengths. And we're just holding that for 1 or 2 seconds and coming on through. That's it. And now we have to do the other leg going the other way. That's it, remember which leg. And our last one, we're going to go back to our chest because we did our push-ups today. They're going to be the ones that were major work, and so we're just going to go to fly claps again, bring them across, and just working that pendulum motion. So we're looking for what would be a nice passive stretch in our chest area before we go into what is called static stretching. Alright. And so static stretching, we're going to be doing some, as they say, static holds. We'll get you on this mat for a bit of comfort. And you just follow me through this range of exercises. And so we're going to start from the bottom, which is with our calves. And so what's going to happen is we're going to step forward, and essentially we're bending our back knee, trying to keep our heel on the ground. And so you can step either like this or like this, what's more comfortable. I like to have my non-stretching foot forward, and we hold for 30 seconds. Then we're going to switch. You should feel the stretch through the lower part of your leg on this back leg here. Alright, and we're ready to move on to our groin, which we're going to stand with our legs nice and wide apart. What's going to happen is we're going to shift our body weight from one side to the other, doesn't matter which one. And we're just going to hold for 30 seconds. Keep your nice proud posture. And just hold this way. You should feel it on the inside of your leg.
I can feel it here.
Yeah, very good. Now we're going to switch. The other leg. Feet are nice and parallel, running straight forward. No twisting. Body's nice and straight. And that, groin area should be getting a nice lower stretch. Now we're moving on to our hamstrings. We can do these either standing or sitting. Today I think we're going to do them sitting just for a little bit of extra comfort. And so taking a seat on the floor, what we're going to do is we're going to tuck one leg next to our knee, and what we're slowly going to walk our hands all the way along our leg as far as we can. Then when we find a spot, we're just going to hold for 30 seconds. Good. Shouldn't be feeling anything in this leg, should all just be in this leg here. Good, and switch. So once again, walking your feet down the leg to a point where you feel the stretch really kicking in, and hold. Nice, reach as far as you can. We don't want to hurt ourselves, but we do want to push ourselves a little bit to get this nice, strong stretch. Very good. We'll stay on the floor for our quads. It's a very similar stretch. So with this leg that we've tucked over here, we're going to now put it behind us and brace ourselves on the other leg and pull back on it lightly. You should feel it in the upper part of your leg.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And just holding that for 30 seconds. Good, and switch. Nice. There we go, we're on to the last of our lower body stretches, so to speak. We're going to be doing our glutes, massive muscle that we recruit when we do squatting, I should say. To stretch it, we're going to cross one leg over the other and pull that leg towards our chest. That's it. You should feel that in the, in your glute, but also towards the outside, which is your glute medius.
Yeah.
Ideally, this one should target all heads. The glute is more than just the glute major. Lovely. Now we switch. Lovely. And now we're going to start on our back with a lat stretch.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to do is, it's a very similar position to the plank in our that our arms are out in front of us. We're going to come over to this bar here, and just with our arms on the bar like this. And now we're going to lean forward and just relax and let our body sink into the bar. And our lat should stretch nicely. Good. Hold that. 10 more seconds. And up. We're just going to do that one small and back down again. Very good. Keep going. We're now moving on to our chest. I'm going to give that a nice good stretch. I find this area is the best.
Yeah.
So facing me, what you're going to do is now, with your inside foot, take a step forward and hope and lean into it a little bit till you start feeling a stretch in the pec. Very good. Holding for 5 more seconds. And then we'll switch sides. That's your side, and you should be able to work your other arm. Lean in, the inside foot, that's it. Very good. The last stretch of it today is a rear delt shoulder stretch. So all we're going to do is cross one arm over the body and use our other arm to push it closer to our chest. Should feel that right over the back here.
Yeah, that feels good.
Good. We just want to stretch all kind of major muscle areas in our different joints to make sure that we don't go home with too much, I guess, stiffness and tightness in our muscles. Switching over, cross one arm over the other, that's it, and pull towards you. Not pulling too hard there, we want to stretch the muscles but not tear them. Well done, Kelly. Thank you for this session. It's been a pleasure to have you, and I hope we come back for another in the future.
Yep, I'll see you then.
Thank you very much.